Coming up on Full Sail Live, there's a new weapon in Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson gets his first start as an NFL quarterback.
These returning playoff teams got torched in Week 1. Hunter Petty and Rodney Washington discussed their worry level. Then,
the Texas Rangers already lost one ace this year. In the midst of a playoff push, more bad news for the starting rotation.
Welcome to Full Sail Live. I'm Rodney Washington. We are the triple threat today with Chris King and Hunter Petty will be joining us soon. Coach rookie quarterback Anthony Richardson is the youngest starter in Indy history. The last time the Colts won a season opener, Richardson was just 11 years old.
in his way stands the Jacksonville Jags, coming off of their first playoff appearance in 5 years. The Colts are hungry, though, looking for their first Week 1 win in 10 years.
Let's get to Lucas Oil Stadium, where the Jazz are 15-14, Week 1 all-time, 5 minutes in the first, 3rd and 8 on the 10. Trevor Lawrence going to scramble around, and let's find out who's in town as he gets into Calvin Ridley. And Ridley had 8 receptions for 101 yards, and the Jazz are going to go up 7-0. Anthony get to the first play in the second. Anthony Richardson said, "Let me go ahead and get that." And the reason he wears 15, it was because of a nickname he got in camp. The Jazz throw it up to Zay Jones for an 18-yard touchdown, and Zay Jones had 11 yards, a reception, and 55 yards total. As the Tank Bigsby gets a 1-yard run, and the team had 33 minutes of possession, and they go up 24-21. And it was an injury to Anthony Richardson, as Gardner Minshew was going to try to make something happen, but he was capping because Alou Khan got the stop on the play. And the Jazz are ultimately going to get the win, 31-21, and we're going to see what Trevor Lawrence got to say.
Offensive perspective, your call sheet shrinks a lot when that happens. So we got to do a better job of being efficient on first down. We got to be better on third down. Got to be better on fourth down. I mean, all the downs. So, but yeah, obviously it's a lot better to be able to win, to learn from a win than a loss. So it's still a win's a win.
The Miami Dolphins and Los Angeles Chargers in L.A. to open up the season. The Fins had a bitter end to 2022 with quarterback Tua Tagovailoa missing the playoffs. He's healthy, and it is Tua time.
Hold up, Chris. The Chargers did blow a 27-point lead in their playoff game.
Two determined AFC teams at SoFi in L.A. Dolphins at Chargers. The Chargers lead 24-20. Late in the third, Herbert drops back to throw on 3rd and 1. He has nothing. Near safety for the Chargers. Instead, they have to punt. Dolphins driving at the other end. That's Tua much sauce. 35-yard touchdown to Tyreek Hill. We'll see more from him later. Fins up 27-24. It's a seesaw match in the City of Angels. Chargers answer right back. Josh Kelly, 2-yard run for the Tub. He had 91 yards on the day. The Dolphins in deep water, 3rd and 10. In their own territory. That's too much time. Tyreek Hill down the sideline for 47 yards. He had 215 on 11 catches. His last one was his best one. 3rd and goal. When in doubt, Reek is up there somewhere. Tua squeaks in a fade ball for their second TD connection of the day. Dolphins up 36-34. Last chance for the Chargers. Yeah, I'll have the herb and cheese bread smashed on that sandwich. Tua Tagovailoa threw for 466 in his bounce-back game, but it wasn't just him that can bounce back.
This isn't the first time a lot of the guys on the offensive side of the ball have seen this. We've been able to do that last year, but the resilience, the focus that these guys needed to have today, I mean, it's the first game.
Yeah, guys, that Tua and Tyreek connection is special. But here's some other big performances from around the league. It is now the Jordan Love era in Green Bay, and the 2020 first-round pick impressed in Week 1. Love had 245 yards and 3 touchdowns in the Packers' blowout win versus the Bears. Another 2020 first-round pick had a day. San Francisco 49ers receiver Brandon Ayuk had 8 catches for 129 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Falcons drafted Bijan Robinson 8th overall, but don't forget about Tyler Algier. He had 1,000 rushing yards as a rookie last season and led the Falcons to a win on Sunday. Coming up on Full Sail Live, a few contenders did not look good in Week 1. We'll discuss just how worried each squad should be.
Week 1 is in the books, and it's time to overreact. Or not. Some recent playoff teams did not look good in Week 1. Fellas, on a scale of 1 to 10, how worried are you about the New York Giants?
Fellas, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. My worry level for the Giants is at a cool 7.5. We all know what happened when they played the Cowboys. I got 32 points from Dallas defense in my fantasy league. The Giants O-line gave up 7 sacks. Daniel Jones threw 2 picks, and they scored a Homer Simpson fat donut in 60 minutes of football.
Yeah, Rodney, I think I'm in the same boat as you. I'm worried. That offensive line looked awful, and they didn't address any of the lack of weapons in the offseason.
So not feeling the Giants. All right, guys, let's bring it to the Midwest. The Cincinnati Bengals, coming off of an AFC Championship loss, they got blitzed on Sunday in Cleveland against the Browns. Any worries in Cincy?
I'm not really worried at all, just because we've seen this movie before. Last year, Burrow had 5 turnovers in a Week 1 loss, and they were still a game-winning field goal away from another Super Bowl appearance. Also, no preseason again for Burrow. I think they just needed a week to get things together. I'm not worried.
Hunter, I think I got to disagree with you. Joe Burrow did have a pedestrian game, but I want to take a shift to another area on the team. Joe Mixon had 56 yards rushing, but them Browns went for 200. Did you see how Myles Garrett was skating from side to side and then proceeded to get the sack on Burrow? My worry level is a 6.
Yeah, I did see that Myles Garrett video. That was disrespectful. Still not worried, though.
Chase Brown didn't play running back for the Bengals, but sending it out west, the Seattle Seahawks were 5.5-point favorites at home versus the Rams. They lost 30-13. Their offense just couldn't get it going. Thoughts?
My Hawks worry level is a 2. Let's keep in mind, fellas, they did make the playoffs last year. I like how Bobby Wagner is still moving around, leading the team with 18 total tackles. I know they got some work they need to do. They did lose to the Rams 30-13. Geno Smith was calling for a higher power when Aaron Donald was rushing right at him. But DK looked motivated with his TD, and ex-Giant Julian Love did get an INT.
My worry level is just a bit higher, around a 6 or a 7, because I think last year was a bit of a fluke. Geno Smith's Linsanity run may have come to an end.
All right, coming up on Full Sail Live, we'll talk about a key injury to a veteran starter in the American League. Then the unlikely hero on Monday Night Football in New York on 9/11. We'll be right back.
Former NFL receiver Mike Williams has died at 36. His agent confirmed Tuesday morning at St. Joseph Hospital in Temple, Florida. He was hospitalized in intensive care after an accident at a construction site in Hillsborough County. According to Tampa Bay Times, Tierney Lyle, the mother of Williams' daughter, reported he was taken off a ventilator. The Buccaneers said in a statement, "We are saddened to hear of the ultimate death of Mike Williams, which has left our organization, his former teammates, and fans with very heavy hearts." Williams was a 4th-round pick in the 2010 draft. He had 11 touchdowns as a rookie and started 52 of 54 games over 4 seasons with Tampa Bay. He is survived by his son, Mike Jr., and his daughter, Maya, who is 8.
Texas Rangers right-hander Max Scherzer has been ruled out for the rest of the regular season and is unlikely to pitch in the postseason. The Rangers acquired the 3-time Cy Young winner at the trade deadline in pursuit of their first playoff appearance since 2016. Scherzer left Tuesday night's start after straining a muscle in his arm. On Wednesday, an MRI revealed a low-grade strain that will not require surgery. Typically, these injuries take about 4 to 6 weeks to heal.
A few months ago, Jets undrafted rookie wide receiver Xavier Gipson was unsure if he'd make the team. He just became the hero of their 22-16 win over the Buffalo Bills. Let me tell you, that organization needed it. The Jets and Bills played in a roller coaster game on Monday Night Football. Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles. Bills' Josh Allen had 4 turnovers, and the game went into overtime. The rookie out of Stephen F. Austin took it 65 yards to the Baja. He does his homework on and off the field.
When I seen the ball kind of shank to my right side, I was watching film, paying attention to film, buying in on that tosser. And I seen it, Hardy and Hall, outside handling business. I knew I had a shot.
What a story for that young man. That's all the time we have for Full Sail Live. Any final words before we sign off?
Got a 4.5-hour drive to call a game at 7:30 in Albany, Georgia.
Okay, Rodney making the trip up to Albany, Hunter.
Yes, sir. Good luck on that. And
Appreciate
it's been
you.
a pleasure working with y'all.
All right, for Full Sail Live, I'm Chris King along with Rodney Washington and Hunter Petty.